Good afternoon and welcome to South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Service 65th Recruits Course Graduation Ceremony. I am Station Manager Robertson and I am a Course Director for Recruit Training at our Training and Development Centre. I will now call in the recruits. 65th Recruits Course, fall in! '65th Recruits Course, sit down. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic and its associated restrictions, we have not been able to carry out our usual ceremony that we would normally provide for such an auspicious occasion. However, we have recognised that you would still like to be involved to mark this occasion, so we have created the current format. I welcome our online viewers. The 12 recruits before you have successfully passed an intense 8-week trainee firefighter course. This has given them all the basic skills to be an operational firefighter in South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Service. As they have shown that they can perform to the required level of a firefighter, they are now leaving TDC and being posted to stations across South Yorkshire to further enhance their skills and knowledge through experience at real incidents, and in turn help protect the communities that we serve across the county. I would like to thank the training instructors for their hard work and effort in training these recruits. They are a credit to you all, and you are a credit to the organisation, having trained 2 consecutive recruits course in the current climate. I would also like to thank the backroom staff, such as the administration team, facilities coordinator, catering department, logistics department and cleaners, who have all made a significant contribution to make this a successful course. I would like to thank the family and friends of the trainees for their support and their cooperation with this current format of the ceremony. I would finally like to congratulate the recruits themselves for completing this challenging course, which has had the added complication of the COVID-19, and wish them the best of luck for the future and a long and successful career in South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Service. I will now pass you on to the Chief Fire Officer, Alex Johnson.
Ladies and gentlemen, training instructors, recruits and everyone who is watching online, a very warm welcome to our Training and Development Centre for this very special occasion, our 65th Recruits Course graduation event. This is the second time in the history of South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Service that we have marked the graduation of our latest batch of firefighter recruits with a virtual passing out parade. For reasons which I'm sure will be obvious to you all, it is sadly still not possible to invite you all to a big event to celebrate the achievements of these fantastic new recruits. But we still felt it was important to mark this special occasion with as many of you as possible, however remote that may be. Indeed, it is not every day that we hold events such as this to mark what is, at its most basic level, a celebration for the start of a new career. But firefighting has always been so much more than a job. It is, for me, a career that represents the pinnacle of public service. One of our aspirations as an organisation is to become a great place to work, and much of that comes down to the people we choose to employ. People with an ethos and values that match our own. The recruits you see before you today are those people. They have beaten off competition from literally hundreds of other applicants and have made it through an intense and incredibly challenging trainees course, from ladder drills to BA training, from emergency medical care to learning how to keep people safe. their training has pushed the new recruits to their limits, but left them ready to take on the task of delivering a first-class service to the people of South Yorkshire. Of course, everything they've achieved has been done so with the backdrop of a pandemic still looming large. However, we would much rather have delivered another course with face masks and distancing than not at all. On a personal level, this event represents my second passing out parade as the county's Chief Fire Officer. Whilst I dearly wish we were coming together in different circumstances, I do find myself in a reflective mood, thinking of the pride I felt as a young recruit all those years ago, and I now recognise most of you weren't born when I started. I hope the same sense of pride and public purpose will remain with these individuals throughout their long and successful careers with us. But behind every successful firefighter trainee is a team of expert instructors who I know have put their hearts and souls into making sure our newest intake of community firefighters have successful and fulfilling careers. So a big thank you to the whole team at our Training Development Centre for all that they've done. Thank you also to the family and friends of our recruits. These courses can be an intense experience, so I have no doubt that your support throughout will have been invaluable. But most importantly of all, thank you and well done to our recruits themselves for what they have achieved. The careers you're about to embark on will not only make a huge contribution to making South Yorkshire safer and stronger, but will also prove, I am sure, that working in the Fire and Rescue Service remains the best job in the world. Before having the honour of presenting the recruits with their certificates, I'd now like to invite each of the recruits to say a few short words about the journeys they've been on so far. And first of all, I would like to invite Firefighter Ashton.
Firstly, I'd like to say a big thank you to all the instructors and staff at the TDC for an excellent training and support over the last 8 weeks, passing on all their skills and knowledge to us all. It's been a really tough and challenging 8 weeks, which I've really enjoyed and would recommend it to anyone thinking of joining. Also, a big thank you to all the lads here on the 65th Recruits course who have pulled together and supported each other through long days and drills and training. I feel really proud to be in this position and look forward to further develop my career out on station. I'd now like to pass you on to Firefighter Brown.
Good afternoon everybody. Very proud moment for me to be standing here today. I thoroughly enjoyed my last 8 weeks here at training school. It's been very physically and mentally demanding, but we've worked hard as a team and we've all got through this together. I'd like to thank everybody associated with making this course happen given the current circumstances, and also a big thank you to all the instructors. I'm now looking forward to getting out onto a station and working as part of a team in the community in hopefully making South Yorkshire a safer place to be. I'd now like to pass you on to Firefighter Marucci.
Good afternoon. The last 8 weeks have been an amazing experience. It's been 8 weeks of new experiences and really hard graft, but I've loved absolutely every minute of it. First, I'd like to thank all of the other recruits on the 65th Recruits course. We started as a 12, and it's a credit to us all that there's still 12 of us here today to pass out. Secondly, I'd like to thank the instructors. The course and all of our feedback has been absolutely top class throughout. Finally, I'd like to thank all of the TDC staff. The course has ran really smoothly in a very difficult climate, and the way that we've been looked after has been absolutely exemplary. I can't wait to get out there on station, join my new team and start to serve the community. I'm honestly so proud to be stood here today at the start of what I hope will be a very long and successful career. Thank you. I'd now like to pass you on to Firefighter McGoggin.
So I'd just like to start by thanking all my fellow recruits, all the instructors at the training centre and all of the other staff for all their help and support throughout the course. The last 8 weeks have absolutely flown by, and although the training has been really challenging at times, not only due to learning new skills, but also due to problems raised by COVID, it seems to have driven us all together as a group. I know that I'm really fortunate to be in this position, and I'm under no illusions that the hard work is only just starting. I'm looking forward to getting out on station and meeting everyone that I'll be working with and continuing to develop my skills to give back to the local community. I'll now pass on to Firefighter O'Hara.
Good afternoon to everyone watching from home, all my family and friends. Just like to start by saying if someone had told me I'd be in this position a few years ago, I probably wouldn't have believed them. So today's a really proud day for me. Obviously, like everyone else, I want to thank the instructors for all their guidance and support. The past 8 weeks has been physically and mentally really demanding and tough, but we've also had plenty of laughs along the way. I'd like to thank my family and friends for their support, in particular my fiancée, who's put up with me being shattered every weekend and probably not too much fun. I'm really excited to start on station next week, and hopefully I'll have a long and enjoyable career. I'd now like to pass on to Firefighter 7.
Hello everyone. I'd like to thank everyone that's been involved in bringing together this recruits course in these uncertain times that we've had. And a big thank you to all the instructors for sharing all their experience and knowledge along the way over the last 8 weeks. I'm looking forward to getting on station and continuing my development, serving the community. And I'd like to pass you on to Firefighter Barrett.
Good afternoon to everybody watching at home, wherever you may be. 8 weeks ago, I started my fire service career by walking through the doors at TDC with 11 other complete strangers. I am now more than pleased to call these people my friends. The training started immediately with very little time to settle in. This was even more so due to the training being condensed from 13 weeks down to 8 weeks. We were told that it would be intense, and now, 8 weeks later, I can definitely testify that it is. To any future recruits, all I can say is work hard and listen to the instructors, and this brings me on to the thank yous. Naturally, all the training staff here at the Training Development Centre deserve thank yous, but along with the catering staff who have helped make this place feel like home away from home. And finally, a big thank you to my fellow recruits and my family and friends at home who have helped support me throughout my time at TDC. I'd like to now pass you on to Firefighter Grow Cup.
Hello everybody watching at home. I'd like to say that when I first looked towards a new venture, I wanted to find something that was both physically and mentally very challenging. I can say I definitely found that here with South Yorkshire Fire Service. Thank you to all the training staff, passing on all your wisdom and all your experience. It's been invaluable in the last 8 weeks. You've pushed us all during the course, but you've managed to keep it all very enjoyable, all still. Also, a big thanks to all the catering and cleaning staff. They've looked after us very well for the last 8 weeks. I couldn't have asked for anything better. I'm sure none of my colleagues could say the same. Also, I want to pass on apologies to the staff for the ones that have had to spend a bit of extra time mending a lot of the kit that I've broken over the last 8 weeks. I will try to be a little bit less heavy-handed in future. Finally, thank you to all the recruits for being a great team throughout, and I'm sure I can speak for all of us when I say that we look forward to applying the new skills that we've learned to serving South Yorkshire and making it a safer community. I will now pass you on to Firefighter Horn.
Thank you for inviting me up. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the staff for actually making this course happen. I can't imagine the amount of stress and difficulty they had in trying to make this course run, and I'm so glad they have. It's been a genuine dream come true. The past 8 weeks have flown by with a whirlwind of information that's been thrown for us, and the amount of effort we've had to go through to get through each week, which we couldn't have done without the help and support of not just my recruits but everyone around us working here at the TDC. Without them, I don't know if it would have been quite as enjoyable as it was. The instructors themselves were pretty good as well, and the decades of experience they've got between them as well has had a fountain of information that I'll be able to take forward as I move on to my new station. I'd like to thank my little girl at home, Lila. Without her support each weekend, especially on the harder weeks that have been challenging, just helping to get me through each week and telling me how proud she is of me. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for all the help and experience they've given us, and I'm really looking forward to the new challenges set ahead with what I believe to be the best brigade in the UK of South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue. Thank you. I'd like to introduce now Firefighter Jackson.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a very proud moment for me to be stood here today. I'd like to start by just thanking all of the staff at the Training and Development Centre, Martin, the facility teams, domestic staff and the catering teams. You've been all fantastic to us. Thank you for looking after us for the last 8 weeks. I'd like to pass my thanks on to all of the instructors who have been absolutely fantastic for passing on your skills, knowledge that we need to get our careers started on the best foot. Can't thank you enough. Last 8 weeks has been thoroughly enjoyable for myself. I believe it's been made even more so being able to share it with a great group of people. So thank you all 65th recruits. Wish you the best in your career and looking forward to getting out to station. I'd now like to pass you over to Firefighter Ledger.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I'd just like to pass on my thanks to all the staff and instructors at TDC for making this course possible in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. I'd also like to thank the 11 other recruits that are here with me today. We've all made some very good friends and very good memories along the way, and I'm sure we'll take that with us into the future. It's been a very tough but very enjoyable last 8 weeks, but now I'm looking forward to starting my career on station, helping out in the community and using my new skills to good use. And now let's pass on to Firefighter Simpson.
Good afternoon to everyone. So there's been plenty of thank yous already, but I'd like to start my speech off with a few more. Again, I'd like to echo everybody's thank you to Martin and his team and the catering team for making the TDC feel as homely as possible during this pandemic, especially since most of us have stayed pretty much full-time anyway. The skills I've learned will not only set me up perfectly for the best job in the world, but I'll carry forwards into my own personal life as well. There have been challenges along the way, some mental, some physical, but during those challenges, I thought back to when I received that email from the team to say I'd been successful and I was going to be a recruit on the 65th recruits course. I'm proud of myself, but also the 11 men that are on my right hand side. We've all got through this together. We started as a 12 and we finished as a 12, and I'd like to wish them the best of luck for the future in their careers also. I'm looking forward to joining my station and continuing to develop in my current role and cannot wait for that first fire call. All that said, none of this could have happened without the wealth of experience, skills and knowledge of our instructors, teaching us to be the best firefighters we can be with their decades of experience. That's it from me. Thank you.
I will now call forward each recruit to collect their graduation certificate from the Chief Fire Officer. Firefighter Ashton. Firefighter Brown. Firefighter Marusi. Firefighter McGogan. Firefighter O'Hara. Firefighter 7. Firefighter Barrett. Firefighter Growcut. Firefighter Horn. Firefighter Jackson. Firefighter Ledger. And last but not least, Firefighter Simpson. As is tradition, we have a presentation for the best recruit on the course. This is for their overall performance on the course, which takes into account their ability, determination, and their attitude throughout the course. This award has been drawn from a closed ballot carried out by all the trainee instructors and the trainees themselves. The award could have gone to a number of individuals who have excelled on this course, but inevitably there can only be one winner for the best recruit. And that deserved winner and the award for the best recruit and silver axe goes to Firefighter Barrett. Well done. I will now introduce the Chair of the Fire Authority to say a few words. Welcome, Councillor Robert Taylor.
Thank you, Darren, and good afternoon to everyone. It's my great pleasure to be here once again this afternoon to speak at a firefighter recruit graduation event. It hasn't in fact been that many weeks since the last recruits graduated in what was the very first live stream graduation. It isn't, of course, the normal way of doing things, but that said, I did watch the stream back later, and I believe that the comms team did a magnificent job. So although it's a great pity and regret that loved ones and friends can't be here today, I'm delighted they will be able to share this moment at home. I didn't realise it at the time, but the last graduation was in fact exactly the 50th to take place since I completed my own recruit training. It's quite daunting to me to think how many recruits that equates to. But somewhat comforting to know, give or take a few updates, we've all shared a similar experience. Similar in relation to the collective physical exertion and cramming lots of new skills and information into a relatively short period of time, but slightly different individually as some of you will have picked things up very quickly and excelled. Others will have had a great deal of more work to do and showed a lot of grit and determination to complete the course. But this is the very start of your fire service careers. When you leave here today, you'll go through a whole new learning experience, which will be specifically unique to you. You'll spend time on different watches and stations, work with many different characters and personalities, and attend a wide range of incidents. Essentially what many define as the job. But to think of this as a job is selling it and you short. Within the service there are numerous roles, openings for promotion, opportunities for development and to assist in the development of others. But all that takes application. And my advice to you is to maintain the momentum you've built up here and you'll become better firefighters and enjoy a more fulfilling and rewarding career. In not too long now, the talking will stop. You'll gather up your kit and transport it and yourself off to your stations, where you'll begin the task of keeping the communities of South Yorkshire safe from harm. It's a big responsibility, not one without risks. And on behalf of South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Authority, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to all those that have been involved in recruitment and selection for identifying the right people, all the trainers and staff at TDC for all your amazing work that has enabled the recruits to reach this stage, and to yourselves. You have our trust and admiration. Welcome to the Fire and Rescue family, and stay safe. Could I now please ask the Chief Fire Officer to give the closing address?
Thank you, Councillor Taylor, for your warm and encouraging words, and to the recruits themselves for allowing us to hear a little bit about their stories. It now falls upon me to bring today's proceedings to a close and thank everyone for watching and to wish our recruits the very, very best for what I am sure is going to be a long and fulfilling career with us. Whole-time recruits 65. Whole-time recruits 65, fall out.